Okay, everyone, welcome to another edition of Down and Back with CornDoug. This week we don't have a guest. We just with everyone still being down south with going on right now, the ACL Finals. So don't have anyone. Tried to get some people on the show here live, but just kind of didn't work out as well too. With some live hits on Facebook, did get a chance to go live a couple times with just some results or my thoughts on how stuff was going on. So. We've also got some news to share as well. So we will get with the with kind of the ACL stuff, what's been going on down there in South Carolina so far within the first 2 days. I don't have yesterday's, well, I guess for me right now, today's stuff because this is Friday. I'm going to be going away again, so I'm not able to get the show live. So anyway. The stuff that has gone on so far within the first 2 days, a lot of action, a lot of great action, a lot of we can call it upsets, we can call it whatever, but some new names, some new faces making some appearances. So we'll just go with the winners so far that's happened down there. Within day one, great story. As Rob Chismark had called her, Southeast Sarah Cassidy taking the women's division. I think she just threw incredible. She took the time when she needed to, especially when she was down against Maya Cup in the final. She just she actually no, she wasn't. No, sorry, she wasn't against Maya Cup. She was against Megan Maupin. Megan Maupin kind of did the unthinkable, coming back from 18-1 on Maya Cup in the semifinal, get to the final. Sarah was actually so Sarah was up. There was a time where she started to struggle a bit. Was just kind of bored in the bags, just giving up 1-2 points, just enough to kind of keep her going. And I thought she showed some great composure being on the big stage for the first time. So I think she's going to be one to look out for in the coming future in the women's division. But so Sarah Cassidy takes the women's division. The seniors division, going now 4-time Mr. Damon Dennis takes that one. Then we've got the man and woman of the year, the pit boss man and woman of the year. Everyone thought it was going to be another rematch of Jamie Graham, Noah Wooten in the final. Ended up being Jamie Graham and Trey Birchfield in the final, with Jamie Graham taking the win there. And then, as I said, that new name coming up there. Well, we've seen a bit of her the night before. Maya Cup takes the pit boss woman of the year for that. Then they had last night they had the WCO Conference Cup. Again, there was no other world entrance in that there, so it was just the regions, the conferences in the states. Everyone thought it was going to be the Mid-Atlantic coming through with that win, but actually it was the Carolinas, led by Jamie Graham with that. So taking the win for the Conference Cup. I don't know if you're not familiar with that the way that one there works. I believe they changed it up a bit. I know when we participated the last time, it was 4 sets of singles. I believe it was 4. Was it possibly 3? I may have been 3 sets of singles, 3 doubles, and then a crew cup. So it was a best of 7. So up there, and then you kind of went through like a conference. Each one was like a little mini game that each series. So it's a really fun one to do. Wish we got the chance. I know I would have been part of the Canada Conference down there, but maybe next year, maybe another time once everything opens up here. So Carolina taking that. Then also last night there was the big match, Cody Henderson versus George Masvidal, the UFC fighter. I'm not gonna lie, the score here, I was not expecting that. I thought it would be a much larger score than what it was. Cody took it 21-15. over George. So so yeah, so that was that there for the big stuff. The only other one that would have any kind of that's already been claimed that would have any kind of pros or anything in it was just the director's blind draw that the ACL has down there. With that, ACL pro Cheyenne Renner and David Morse took that the director's blind draw down there. Then we're not all about the pros here. We're about the little guy as well too. So in that also the competitive singles. I may not get names right, but Ryan Majewski, he took the competitive singles. The competitive crew cup that's already been done was won by Scott Furr, Kevin Leonard, Dewey Smith, and Mike Ward. Then you go to the intermediate singles was Moses Zazueta, I believe. And the intermediate singles was Justin French, Greg Hale, Mark Stevenson, Jeffrey Coates. So that's our winners so far down there, down in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Keep checking the ACL Facebook page, the ACL DN, ESPN3, and then ESPN 2, I think, is the other place that they're on ESPN where you get to watch it. But the ACL, if the ACL is on their Facebook or the ACL DN, then that will be simulcast on ESPN3 for the remainder of the weekend here. So this is coming out Friday morning. So for the rest of the weekend, for the rest of today, Friday, on to Saturday, on to Sunday, you'll be able to see all the action from Rock Hill. I know Trey's been a constant on there, but you've had Anthony out of Colorado and Mr. Chismark. How can you not forget his name? Out of Florida with some excellent commentary. I know they're going to be trying a couple other people out as well too, just get some more people. But it's been, I think the coverage so far has been great. Action's been great. Starting to see a bit more creeping in of the chess game, as we've all seen coming out of the break where we weren't playing. That ghost game was creeping in, and it was, for myself, it wasn't for the better, because really, who wants to watch people just in the hole? Yeah, it could be fun, but it can also get boring. It's like, I like that, messing up those boards, making it that chess game, putting some strategy back in it. We did see it at times in the games, so it's I think it's regular cornhole, I guess you can call it, is coming back sooner, hopefully. So there's that. So the other big thing with the ACL that's going on is, if you're not familiar with it, check it out over on the ACL Virtual Facebook page. There's the ACL Virtual, the International Invitational that's going on now. We had 3 local guys here from the Canada Conference. We had Matt Plyle, Jeff Shantz, and Scott Sullivan going on in that. Unfortunately, Matt and Jeff didn't advance too far in that. But we do have a local guy in the final. So we'll get to the went ACL pros from the States in a bracket, and then some international players in another bracket. So we'll get through so Justin Stranger come through the final from the on the American side. So just going through what his path to the final was. For his first game, he beat Justin Lang, lost his second game to Greg Geary. He then dipped down into the losers bracket. He then went on a run. He beat Len Hyatt, beat Frank Modlin, beat Eddie Grinderslev, beat Jeremy Schemmerhorn to get to the final. He then had a rematch against Greg Geary. had to double dip against Greg Geary. Was able to do that to get to the final. Then Scott Sullivan, local guy, gets to the final, and all of their matches have all been live on the ACL International Invitational virtual page, and it's been kind of funny with Scott watching his, because his neighbors have always seemed to make an appearance as well too. not quite the Wilson from Home Improvement kind of appearance, but just kind of an appearance. It's either they're starting up a saw, starting up the mower, starting up a leaf blower, starting up anything to make noise while he's playing. And it seems like it doesn't start until he goes to throw his first bag. So maybe that's been his thing. Who knows? But his path to the final, he had first off he played from France. Remy Hernaud, he was from France. Close game. Scott really kind of was starting to get in his groove. If you watch Scott's games, and I play against him regularly, and he's just a tough guy to play against. He knows that when he starts to struggle, he really slows down that momentum. If he's on, he's going. He's just throwing those bags all the time, but he can really dial it back with his mental game and just kind of take that second to be able to focus, then throw that next bag to get it in or in even around the hole to be able to make him set up that next shot. He's got that. He's just great at that. So that was his first game. His second game, he played Silke Betts from Germany. He got the win there. He then played Gunny Reitz from Germany, obviously getting the win. He then had to play Cali Atkinson from Sweden. Now, Cali has been on the show. Great guy in the show. So I was able to talk to him a bit. And I believe I spoke on this on a previous show. His first time using slide right bags. So each competitor was sent slide right bags. So all the European players all got to use slide right bags during their games. So it was kind of there was some little board discrepancies with some using the tailgate board, some with the full boards in Europe, but they were all using their at least so they all had the chance to use pro style bags. So Cali said it took him a bit to get used to those type of bags, but Scott was able to beat him in the winners bracket final. Cali dropped down to the losers bracket final. He was then double dipped there by Gunny Reitz. Scott then had to play Gunny again in the international bracket final. Scott came out on top on that, so he's in the final. So we've got Canada, USA in the final. I'm going to say I'm thinking Justin Stranger is a good thrower. He's had that chance. He's down throwing in Rock Hill right now. But I'm still thinking that Scott is the favorite. He's come through undefeated. He's gotten better. If you watch his games, he's gotten better, more consistent each game, even with all of the other distractions going on. But Scott's that guy that once he gets in that rhythm, look out, because he's going to be tough to beat. So, the heart, Canada, I think just even in the mind here, it's just I think Scott is got his throwdown. He's got everything tight and ready to go. So I'm going with Scott Sullivan in the final for that. And so we'll see with that. Keep watching the ACL Virtual page. Todd Kazicki has done a great job with that, keeping that up, keeping everyone informed of what's going on, sending stuff out. So just keep an eye out for that. So that's that for cornhole updates, cornhole scores, what's been going on in the cornhole world. Other stuff now is news. Octane news. Was kind of hoping to try and get Matt on. I know we're going to have him on the show here quite soon. He has just moved into a new place, renovated everything, gutted everything. So he's trying to catch up on some orders. And with trying to catch up on some orders, we have got some new Octane bags that are now available on the Octane website. There's the Octane Boosted, I believe, are there right now, with more to come. He's going to do a slow rollout, and then we'll have him on the show. So you can get the Octane Boosted bags that I have talked about. I love throwing with those bags. They're a reverse suede on the one side, and then almost, I want to say, game changer type material on the slick side. So I think it's a great controllable bag. I know for myself, I'm not getting the kick off to either side of the board when I throw them. And And as always, they're a get to you broken in bag. I still would love to know just what Matt's doing with his bags to be able to have them like that throw ready, that you don't have to throw them in the washer, throw them in the dryer to break them in. So that's that. Check out the Octane website. Get some new bags. I believe I've talked to Matt, and he's got a contest coming out because there is one new bag that is unnamed. And I know I talked to him that there's a possibility of a maybe a name the bag kind of contest going on. So we'll see about that. So I've kind of said my piece. I've kind of got all what's going on. Next week we will have a full rundown of what's gone on in Rock Hill. We're lining up some more guests for the next couple of weeks. It's just everyone's been busy. You're getting into that vacation season, even though we've got the whole some places on lockdown, some places not. But yeah, so weekends here, get out, throw those bags, have some fun, and just do it in a safe way. You know, if you have to wear a mask, you know what? Just suck it up for a bit. You know, it's for the good of everybody to wear. I know here we've had our numbers drop drastically. We've opened everything up. People have been great wearing masks. It's dropped down. It works. Just kind of, you know, be nice to everybody. Just, you know, just sometimes just let it go. If you're upset about it, just let it go. So just go out, have fun, throw those bags, and we'll be with you again. You'll probably see me on Facebook here throughout the weekend still. I am away, but I do have Wi-Fi, so I may try and sneak away and catch some stuff. Heck, you may even see me throwing on Facebook Live. Who knows? But until next week, have fun. Keep throwing those virtual bags or bags with your friends, wherever you can do. Keep having fun. That light at the end of the tunnel is, for some of us, is here. For some of us, it's almost here. But just be nice to people. Have fun throwing bags. You know, hey, and check out the new Octane bags. Go to octanecornhole.com. Look at that. It is right there. The website's right there. Check us out. Tell Matt that you've seen it here and that I sent you there. Who knows? We might get something good. Okay? Everyone, talk to you next week. And, yeah, next week.